The Middle of the Pack podcast.
I just want to get from the start line to the end line and just enjoy it rather than trying to set time limits. But look, that'll probably come into it too. The more I race and the more confident, like where I start pushing times in. But for the time being, I'm just happy to build up the mileage and just enjoy it and have a bit of crack along the way and not take it too seriously, I suppose.
And that's Tomás Moore, founder and owner of Step One Socks, another Irish clothing brand. And we are talking to him about all things running again this week, talking about his running journey, talking about his business, and talking about the community and the positive message that he has created around the brand. But we'll start, as always, by asking Tomás about his running journey and how it started. This is episode 33 of the Middle of the Pack podcast, and this is Tomás Moore talking about his running journey so far.
Start of my running journey was actually in 2012. I done a 5K. I was on work experience in Dublin, and I done it with some of the lads from work, and I was crippled after. And I didn't run then for a long time. Hated it, dreaded it. I would have always been into mainly hurling, a bit of football as well, but mainly hurling for a long time. But running got put on the back burner until 2022. So 10 years after my first 5K.
Yeah.
I didn't even think of it in the meantime. And I kind of just set myself a goal for the year. And one of them was to do a half marathon.
Okay, in 2022.
In 2022, it was Tralee half marathon, which I was told afterwards was quite difficult because of the hills. I just said I'd do it somewhere nice and scenic. I wasn't like the hills or anything. And the training block just consisted of me hammering out 10Ks on the treadmill at home in the shed. So I can't say it was enjoyable at all. But I did love it on the day. I loved the racing element of it. I loved the atmosphere and the crack and the people cheering you on and the people you were running alongside and got chatting to along the way. But again, I was fairly broke up afterwards. So I had put it on the back burner again then for another few years. And only kind of last year then I really lent into the running and probably the tail end of last year. And just trying to keep it up now as much as possible since.
Very good. And you were down in Kinsale, down in our neck of the woods recently.
I was. Yeah, I was. So what I've done, or what I kind of said to myself at the end of last year, is just keep booking in races and keep building momentum. It's just kind of keeping me honest. So I'd Clontarf half marathon in November. That was my first race last year. Straight in with the half marathon. I was really happy with that. And then I just said I'd just kind of wind it back a bit. I did 5K done a Stevens Day, and I had a 5 miler done down in Wexford the start of the year. So it kind of building nicely. And then I done a 10K in the heat and Leash. And then I was down in Kinsale then for the 10 miler. And it was tough.
You like the hilly ones then, yeah?
Again, I'm just thinking of like, oh yeah, it'd be lovely scenery down there. I really don't put too much emphasis on the amount of hills or a flat course because they don't focus on PBs. I just like want to get the mileage up.
Yeah. No, that's a good way to do it. That's good.
Yeah.
We did Kinsale for the first time 2 years ago. So this was our third Kinsale.
I heard it was a washout.
Oh, last year it was moved, and the year before it was freezing and it was a washout. And I thought that hill, the kind of main hill.
Is that the one 7 kilometers in?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
We thought that was torturous the first year.
Yeah.
And then last year I ran it and it was a beautiful day. And I remember thinking that hill wasn't so bad. And this year, but it is, I think, if you're not expecting it, so we were expecting the worst hill in the world.
I wasn't expecting it at all. And like even when I done the half marathon in Clontarf in November, I had earphones with me and everything, but I didn't put in the earphones until I was 14K in. I was just kind of happy in my own thoughts and listening to the sound of like footsteps going by, everyone passing me and everything. But Kinsale, I think I was like 3K in, and I was already putting the music in, and I was like, oh, today's going to be a long day. So when I got to the hill at 7K, I was like, it's just time to lock in now, turned up the music, just to drown out the noises and just stay going. But yeah, it's great crack, savage event.
Yeah, no, it is. When the weather's with it, it's fabulous. We did a Ballycotton 5 miler recently as well, and that was another. I wasn't expecting, but there was another massive hill. And as we were running, there was people talking about, "Oh, you'll know when you get to it," kind of ones, you know.
Yeah.
And oh, jeepers, it wasn't as long as Kinsale, but it was definitely steeper, and it was like,
Yeah, well, all I do with them is just tell myself not to walk it. Like, just for my own, I don't know, my own personal battle. If I can get to the top of this hill without walking it, I'm in the clear. And then I kind of knew once we were running by Eli Lilly, we kind of seemed to be at the top. It had
yeah.
leveled off. I knew it was kind of going to be downhill then back into the town. So I could start picking up a bit of speed then, kind of the last 5K. So that part was actually enjoyable. The worst was over.
And I won't ask you what socks or singlets you were wearing, but do you wear racing shoes, carbon plates, or?
No, no carbon plates for me. No, I go for pure comfort and cushion. I wear Brooks glycerin,
Yeah, yeah,
uh, savage cushioning and savage support, and I don't get as many injuries as I used to. So I wear them religiously. I'd probably buy more pairs of 'em at some stage. See, the new glycerin flex are out. I'm gonna go have a look at them. I want to try them on. Maybe go to the Run Hub or somewhere like that.
yeah.
Uh, Try them on properly and just get someone to tell me like what would suit me best. But no carbons for me. Yeah, I don't know. I'm definitely not going out for speed or PBs or anything like that. It's just I just want to get from the start line to the end line and just enjoy it rather than trying to set time limits. But look, that'll probably come into it too. The more I race and the more
Yeah,
confident, like where I start pushing times in. But for the time being, I'm just happy to build up the mileage and just enjoy it and have a bit of crack along the way and not take it too seriously, I suppose.
that's what this podcast is all about. So you're the perfect guest. Um, we did talk about last week's episode is all about shoes. So we had again I wasn't an expert, but he is talking about the different types of shoes and how they can benefit. But I took on a coach, and the first thing he said to me when I was running a marathon is get yourself the carbon plates, not to break records, but
Right. Yeah.
it does help. And it even helps going up hills, I think, whether it's all it's
Yeah, it
all in
could
the head.
be a placebo effect of going up the hill. But no, I
Yeah.
definitely am keen to try more runners. I just found one that I really like in the Brooks with ultimate cushion and support. I'm kind of afraid to change now because they've served me well.
No, no, they're good. I mean, I would do easy runs and recovery runs in glycerins. I think they're really good. Mm.
Yeah.
And
I think most of my runs are easy runs.
but yeah, but sure, that's the way it is. I had to ask my coach about the different paces because, like as you said, a lot of them all seem to be the same kind of pace, unless he gives me a pickup and yeah, it's good fun. But yeah, but that's like running isn't all about breaking records. It's a personal journey as well, and if you're enjoying it, that's the main thing.
Yeah, no, and that's what I've tried to focus on. I don't think I'm gonna be breaking any records anytime soon. So if I can just go out and just enjoy it and meet loads of people and everything else along the way, and just yeah, like my plan this year, like I said there, the first race I done was a 5K, and I've just been building up gradually since then, rather than just trying to, I don't know, aim or look too far ahead. So I have
Yeah,
another miler Tuesday, Paddy's Day in Kilsheelan and Tipperary. Looking forward to that one. Going down on my own. No times or anything like that set in my head. Again, just go down and enjoy it and have the crack. And it's just another box ticked off then, because I've two half marathons then booked in May. I was only planning on doing one, but I got accepted into the Dublin half.
Oh,
So,
brilliant.
and I already had the Tinner Island half in Carlow booked.
Very good.
So I'll have two half marathons in 2 weeks. And then the plan is, I don't know when, but I want to do a marathon this year. So I just feel like, yeah, the times are irrelevant once I'm building the distance and getting myself in shape mentally and physically to run a marathon at some stage this year. That's my thought process. I don't know what one I'm going to do. I didn't get Dublin Marathon.
But you
I
might
think I
get that.
missed, huh?
You might get that, yes.
Yeah, I don't know. And I think I missed the boat for the Viking Marathon in Waterford as well. I think that's sold out.
The thing with Dublin is they have a refund window and a transfer window and
Uh, I'll
like
have to
that.
look for the transfer.
Yeah, that's how I got it last year. I didn't get the ballot
Right.
this year or last year, but thankfully a friend of mine got accepted for the New York City Marathon, so he now
Oh, class.
so he's given me the Dublin one, which I'm delighted with. But last year we went on for the transfer window, and this is for anyone that's listening as well. And like we were, my wife was in one on one site and I was on the other,
Right.
and we got in. So give it a shot, and it might fit in with that schedule. It sounds like, you could start building up to it then.
Yeah, because I am building nice, and I just feel like when I keep booking races, it just keeps that momentum and it keeps the headspace right that you're locked in. You need to be doing your training blocks for it. That's the way my head works anyway. But it does also feel like quite a big jump to go from a half marathon to a full marathon as well. It's quite daunting, I suppose, when you haven't done that distance before.
Oh yeah, yeah, it is. But it is. Well, if you like the cheering and the clapping and the crowds, Dublin is absolutely amazing for that. It just blew me
Yeah,
away.
no, I was up. I was at the Dublin Marathon last year, just supporting a couple of lads that were in it. Unfortunately, one of the lads, Killian, his calf blew up after about 20K, and he didn't make it to the end. And I wanted to like get out there and support him as well as a couple of other guys, and I just seen like the excitement on people's faces, but also seeing the other side of it, people who were pulling up with injuries and stuff,
Yeah.
and it is quite a daunting task to take on a full marathon. So yeah, I just want to get myself physically and mentally ready for it because yeah, that's my goal now at some stage this year, whatever one I get accepted into, just to give it a good rattle and have the work done for it.
It's all part of the journey. But if even in a marathon or any race really, if things don't go right, it's all part of learning. You know what you did or what you shouldn't have done or pushed too fast at the beginning, or these things all.
Yeah, and that's why I just want to kind of get my I don't know, kind of racing experience up with these 10 milers and half marathons and stuff like that. So I know how to fuel for it, how to train for it, how hard I can kind of push it on the day, or should I wind back a bit, or there's so much to it now. There's like all the fueling is kind of a huge aspect of it now as well. Going into
Yeah.
marathon, I know you were talking about it to some of the guys on the podcast before, and it's so important getting your carbs and your electrolytes and everything in before the race, so you're ready to kind of hit the ground running.
Yeah, we had the guy George from Precision on as well, the Precision gels, and lots of good information there as well. But tell me, you've been running seriously now for not so long from what you just said. How then how then did you go and start this venture with running clothing then?
Yeah, well, it I don't know. I just kind of wanted to create something really positive, and it wasn't necessarily based around running. I wanted to. So the idea is the brand was Step One Socks, and the idea was I'd create bright, colorful socks with motivational quotes on the back to like, and yeah, it was never just specifically around running. It was about inspiring people to get out there and move, whether that's going for a walk, going for a run, whatever it is. For some people, just getting out of bed in the morning is a win for them. So the brand initially was all around, yeah, movement and mental health. But as it kind of evolved, it was all runners wearing the socks,
Yeah.
which which wasn't intentional. And then I was like, I can't have a running brand if I don't run myself. And I thought maybe initially I could just have like content creators who would wear the socks and like promote the brand, but to get kind of the full understanding of it, like I needed to get into it for myself. And I suppose I haven't looked back since, and I'm surrounded by people I'm chatting to on a daily basis who've been running and how much it's helped them and their mental health and stuff. And like it's such an amazing community to be part of.
Yeah, certainly is.
And it's been absolutely brilliant. So yeah, I kind of done it in reverse. The people wearing my brand kind of motivated me to run, which is which is kind of gas. So the socks came first, and then the running came second.
So, has have is the product we have now the product that you started with the socks, or is it?
It's the same. The socks are the same, but they're a different manufacturer because the first manufacturer I had, like I was listening to you chat with like Keen Charlton and all the testing and stuff, and like we tested as well with the initial product, but I suppose you're just so excited to get the product to market and get it out there that probably didn't do enough testing on it, and the socks were coming back faded and they were fading after a couple of washes and stuff like this, and I was like, this is a disaster. I didn't know what to do. I hadn't planned for that, and I was either like kind of pack it in that stage or just try and regroup. And we'd built such an amazing community at that point that I didn't really want to like stop what I was doing. I kind of had to go and find another way. So I found a different manufacturer, European manufacturer, who were able to do the same quality socks, but didn't fade in the wash. And I tested them thoroughly this time at all the temperatures in the wash, mixed washes, everything. And thankfully, touch wood, we haven't looked back since. They've been top drawer. I just got a message in just before I jumped on there from a girl who's wearing the socks and says like she absolutely loves them. And I'm like, that's kind of what it's all about. And we've created a savage community through the brand as well. So it's yeah, it's been quite the journey so far. I'm only getting started.
Well, that's brilliant. I know, like I came across it must have been all connected with Kinsale when we started
I would say so.
kudos and following that I
you
suddenly came across the brand, but
you probably passed me out.
I saw the socks on the road in Kinsale, but then
Yeah.
I got a pair and it isn't sponsored, so I'm talking really from experience of wearing them. I was delighted with them, like, and I thought I wore them for a park run, and there was
Uh,
a load of people, commenting or knew the
that's
brand,
right.
which is
Yeah.
great, and they've had a wash, and there's been no problem with coloring, but
There you go. No,
yeah.
the colors have been spot on, thankfully, because it was a fear. I had a lot of sleepless nights after, like what I'm gonna do, but we got it sorted. But like even what you're saying there, like the amount of messages we've got from people who have been like running behind someone who's been wearing our socks and seen the message, or we have the singlets now as well, and like even I was doing the 10K in the heat in County Laois a couple of months back. I was running along, minding my own business, music in. I got a tap on the shoulder and just like a couple of thumbs up from a guy who's, I'm assuming he's seen the singlet I was wearing saying win the war inside and is like kind of connected with him. And
Yeah.
he felt he could just give me the tap and the thumbs up. And like, for me, that's what it's all about. And that's kind of like why we do it and the amount of good messages we've got from people who like it's uplifted them. They've seen another big thing is you're wearing the socks and you see someone else is wearing them as well, and all of a sudden you feel part of the step one community. That's become a thing now, and that's something I really want to lean into this year.
So at the back of the socks, you've got three messages for the three different colors. Is that right?
Yeah, and then the message on the socks is kind of linked to the message on the singlets. That's the idea behind it anyway. And we've got new colors coming with new slogans on the socks. They were shipped today from a European manufacturer.
Is that is it
And
is it top secret, or can you let us know what they are?
top secret. No, they're actually the new socks. They're available for pre-order on our website. That's not a plug, but
It can
they-
be a plug, don't worry.
they're there already. Yeah, we have a lot of people. One of the guys started it wearing odd socks, wearing our socks, like wearing the orange with the yellow or whatever.
Yeah, yeah, I saw that.
Kind of become its own thing. So I got like black and white socks, so half and half, and one says run free and the other one says run wild. And then we have green socks that say run as you are. And again, a just really nice message that I don't know, people kind of think they have to be, I don't know, able to run a marathon straight off the bat or need to be a certain weight or whatever it is. But like you can just go out there, and if you're just doing a couch to 5K, like I said, if you're just going for a walk, it's okay. Everyone's so supportive. Like you mentioned park runs, they're the most inclusive thing out there. Everyone's so encouraging on a race day. Everyone's so encouraging. Everyone just wants to see everyone else succeed. And I think that's the beautiful thing about running. There's no winning or losing. If I come in 2000th place in the Kinsale 10 miler, I'm still getting a medal or a bottle of water and a banana at the end
Yeah.
as everyone else. And I think that's one of my favorite things about running. Everyone just wants everyone else to succeed. And that's why it's so kind of, yeah, a class community to be part of.
It's funny you say that because even me going to my first park run years ago, like I was so intimidated, nervous, didn't know what to expect. Got the reception exactly what you're describing, so
Yeah.
welcoming. Got involved with,
Unreal.
yeah, even with a coach, and he had people that he was training that were like, could lap me two or three times. But it didn't matter when we went on a running weekend; they were just as supportive. And then we joined a running club, myself and my wife, and it's exactly the same thing. People just,
Yeah, no, it's unreal. And even give a couple of the lads a shout out there now that wear the brand, Killian and Willie. They were racing in Lisbon, the super half at the weekend.
that's
And
the guy I can't clap.
yeah, yeah, and running with Willie. Willie was. But they were running in Lisbon the weekend along with ITBB Run Club in Dublin. I think
Yeah,
that right. But Willie stayed with Killian the whole way so he could pace him to a PB. And I just thought, like, not that he sacrificed his race for him, but like he wanted to be there to support him so he could get over the line as quick as he could. And I just thought, like, you wouldn't get that in any other sport, would you? Like, normally people are out for themselves. And I think that's the best part about the running community.
yeah, it's amazing. And people like
Quite
even,
special.
yeah, it is. And it's, I'm still, there's lots of people running that still probably don't realize that. And they'd often say, oh, I couldn't go out with you, or I couldn't do this because you'd be too
Yeah.
fast. And, it's not like that at all. It's not like that at all, for sure.
No, and I think there is something for everyone. Like my she'll probably hate me for saying this, but my missus is 6 months pregnant and she's still going out on the treadmill in the morning and doing a bit of light jogging on the treadmill and a bit of walking. And like, that's brilliant to see. My sister has just gone into running now as well. I think she's signed up for the women's mini marathon in May
Very good.
and she never would have done any running before. But yeah, it's just getting so popular now and there is something for everyone, whether you're walking, running, or you're an elite athlete.
And you mentioned the mental health messages on your singlets and things. The amount of people, even that I've interviewed, that have talked about times during COVID or times during, that it's just
Yeah.
motivated them and helped them. And now that step one is kind of moving in that, reinforcing that message, I suppose, as you're running along. It's brilliant, really.
Yeah. And I think, yeah, during lockdown and stuff, and we probably forget about it now, but people had no outlets. And even just getting out for a walk or a light run in the evening, like, just made such a difference.
Yeah.
And I think as well now where you've got like Strava and everything, and like you said, everyone giving everyone kudos, like, it's so lovely.
Yeah.
It's very cringe, but I didn't think I could get into it. But I love going out for a run, doing my slow 5K or whatever it is, banging up the run and a picture of your run on Strava, and lads just giving you kudos and stuff like that.
Yeah, and you
But it
don't
is
get
so lovely.
and you don't get the toxic like, oh, that was a crap run. What were you doing? You know?
No, I kind of thought I would get that because I'm nearly half afraid to put up my times because they're so slow. But like I'm still going out there and getting the runs, and that's why I can really, I don't know, resonate with the middle of the pack, I suppose.
Yeah, no, it is. It's like that. That was one of the most important things for us when we were talking. Well, myself and my wife when we were talking about doing this.
Yeah,
It's just trying to get that message across to people that it's not about elite times. It's not about being the fastest. It's about, like Sinead Power, one of the early guests that we had, she does marathons in 7 hours, and she's still at
yeah,
the track with us last night and quite
yeah.
happily, in the recovery lane, but is more supportive sometimes than some of the people that, that are flying around, and it's people like that that just give you the G up or give you the encouragement that really helps everyone on their journey. 'Cause-
Yeah, and even like you said, even on the race day, people who aren't competing or aren't running, but everyone's out to support, and you see all the crazy signs and everything.
yeah.
But it's a big crack. It's savage crack, and now, yeah, it's kind of gotten so popular around the world. There's races popping up everywhere, so you can start to travel with it as well. Like it's unreal.
And tell me, so you have more colors in the socks, and then you have the singlets as well. Um,
Yeah, so the singlets came as an accident because I only ever wanted to do the socks, but when the when the colors all faded on the socks, and I'd nothing to sell, and I didn't really know what to do. I teamed up with a local sportwear company that does like GA gear, and I asked him if he would be able to create a singlet for me, running singlet, and I wanted to keep it along the same ideals of the socks where we had motivational quotes on it. I sent him some ideas for his designer, and what they created just blew me away. It was beyond expectations, and that's still the design we're going with today. And it's kind of become like synonymous with what step one is about. Yeah, I just love how they turned out. But yeah, it was never on the radar to do anything but socks until the socks failed me, and then I kind of had to come up with some idea, and I thought singlets would be perfect because there was no one doing running singlets at the time. And yeah, now we're working with another manufacturer to just try and fine tune the materials that we're going to use and new designs. And the plan for 2026 is now we want to start doing like custom run club gear for run clubs around the country.
oh, very good. But just
Yes, we
let me just reiterate though, the socks are perfect now.
socks are perfect.
Yeah, because
The sing the socks are perfect. The singlets are perfect as well. We just want to like fine tune the material, make it better, make the product as good as it can be.
yeah. So that's so you're doing some collaboration with running clubs, or like run clubs, or both.
Whatever, yeah, that's the plan. So we ran a competition the end of December where we were giving away like one free custom designed singlet for a run club. So it's taken ages to like get it perfect, but we had it perfect now. I'm actually waiting on singlets to arrive, samples. They'll be banged onto the run club, and once we lock that in, I'll have them in the next couple of weeks. And yeah, that's kind of a really exciting project we have for this year. But I wouldn't have been able to do that if it wasn't for OB Sports down in South Kilkenny.
Oh, very good.
They're kind of partnered up with them on that project. So really excited about that.
And in your shop, you have the three colors still in the singlets: pink.
Yeah, pink, orange, and yellow in the singlets. In the socks, pink, orange, and yellow. We've a white. There's a black and white coming. There's a green coming. And we've actually done a collab with a girl in Galway, Manal Wellness,
Uh
like
huh.
women's wellness. And she was looking for lilac socks with one step at a time on the back. So it's actually goes perfectly with the Step One brand. So we've them in production now as well. So we'll have them over the next few weeks. So it's all kind of kicking off at the moment between the brand, my own running, and working full time and everything else at the same time.
I was going to say that you've got another job as opposed to being full
I
time.
I work full time. I'm farming. I have a soccer and I'm trying to do my own running training. I'm doing high rocks.
You can cut out the high rocks, like,
Yeah, we won't go into that.
that's too much altogether.
Yeah, too far, too far. Bring it back. You can delete that part out.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so there's a lot going on at the moment, but I absolutely love it. I wouldn't be doing it if I didn't love it. If I didn't love it, I would have packed it in when the socks faded and called it a day. But I love it, and I'll be doing it for a long, long time, and made some great friends out of it along the way. I've done some great networking. I've gone to some really cool events along the way as well. So really looking forward to everything else that's in store too.
So will you be doing expos like the Cork Marathon and Dublin Marathon and trying to sell the
Yeah, like obviously I'd love to. I just done the Northern Ireland running show in Belfast a few weeks ago. That was the first proper expo I done, and it felt class.
Yeah,
And the feedback from run clubs and stuff around Belfast was unreal, where like none of them would have known the brand. And yeah, the feedback was class. I was blown away, to be honest. That was kind of the first event I've done where I kind of felt like we're a proper brand now and we kind of belong in this space. So it's kind of a full circle moment.
brilliant. So what's the website?
Step1runco.com.
Step one.
Step1runco.com.
Brilliant. Well,
I, 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 I thought step one socks wasn't sufficient enough anymore. Yeah.
well, I'll put it in the link as
Okay,
always.
perfect. Thanks, Padraig.
Thanks so much for coming on, and I really wish you the best with the brand because I think it's fabulous,
Yeah.
and I think the socks are fabulous,
Yeah, thanks a million.
and I know you're obviously very busy, so much appreciated. And
Yeah, no, well, it was great to get it done. Yeah, no, thanks a million for having me on. That was really enjoyed that. It was good crack.
it was an absolute pleasure having Tomás on, and I really enjoyed it. It's good to have fellow middle of the pack runners talking about their journey, but also having a hugely positive impact on the community around them. And I'd just like to reiterate again what we talked about. The running community is superbly supportive. And if you're worried about going to a park run, if you're worried about joining a club, if you're worried about going to a race, don't be, because most people, in fact, all the people I've ever come across are totally supportive. And that's one of the things that we did talk about on episode 33 of the Middle of the Pack podcast. If you do want to purchase Step 1 socks or a singlet, the website will be in the episode notes, so you can look that up. But for this week, thanks for listening and keep on running.